Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Rome. Alright guys, it's about 10 to 6 in the morning. We are up bright and early because we want to get to some of those huge landmarks where all the crowds are before those crowds show up. So we're going to try and get to the Trevi Fountain and the Spanish Steps before 6:30. So let's go. The Trevi Fountain was built in 1762 and was designed by Italian architect Nicola Selvi. The fountain is an impressive 86 feet high and 161 feet wide, making it the largest fountain in the city and one of the most famous fountains in the world.
We got to the fountain around 5:45 a.m. and there was already a crowd of people taking pictures. Now, on to our next stop, the Spanish Steps. I'm going to walk up all like 135 steps. So the Spanish Steps were designed in 1723 and they were built to represent the longest and widest staircase in Europe. Made it to the top. Slightly winded, sad, but slightly winded, yes.
At the top of the stairs is a 16th century church and possibly the best view of the city.
This woman yesterday told me that there's parrots here. They escaped from the zoo, and now I'm just looking all over freaking Rome for parrots, of course, of all things. So, literally right behind the Spanish Steps is a street, and this street is lined with high fashion stores. I have Dior and Prada literally on both sides of me. So we are currently in front of one of the basilicas here, and they have a giant cat and a running dog. Oh my. Huh?
Breakfast was delicious, but now I think you want a cappuccino?
Yeah, so we're gonna go basically find another coffee shop. So I just found my favorite pastry so far in Italy. Now, don't come at me for this because I'm going to butcher the crap out of it. But the Maritozzi or Tozzi.
Maritozzo?
Anyways, it was like a sweetbread with whipped cream. Oh my God, I loved it.
It was good. We have made it to a public square here called Piazza Navona. Tons of history happened here. This is actually built on the site of an old stadium, and all the ancient Romans used to come here and watch the gladiators fight.
Piazza Navona is also known for the three fountains in the square. The Fountain of the Neptune in the northern end, the Fountain of Four Rivers, which is the largest and sits in the center of the square, and Fountain of the Moors, which sits at the southern end. Unfortunately, all three fountains were under construction while we were there for next year's Jubilee.
All right, so this site behind me is called Largo de Tor, Argentina. And this is actually the site where Brutus killed Julius Caesar by stabbing him to death on a stone pedestal.
We broke down and we bought umbrellas. €5 each. That's not bad. They're just cheap. We had no idea. We kind of just walked into it. It's smaller than the other piazzas we've been to, but equally as beautiful. I love the statues on the church. So nice.
So behind us here is the Temple of Hercules Victor, also known as Hercules Olivaris, which is Latin for Hercules the Olive Bearer. So this is an old Roman temple of Greek design. It is perfectly circular, completely surrounded by columns. This is actually the oldest surviving marble in Rome. It dates back to 143 BC. All the original columns and walls are here. The roof caved in the 1600s, I believe, and was replaced. But other than that, this is the oldest building in Rome. All right, so behind me here is another old Roman church. But what's special about this one is the sculpture that is just inside the entranceway against the left wall. It is a giant Roman mask of a face, and it's called the Mouth of Truth. And it is said that it will bite the hand off of any liar that places its hand inside the mouth. Should we go test it out?
Chris is gonna lose his boo-boo! Will I lose my fingers?
This basilica is dedicated to the Virgin Mary, and it is the home of the skull of Saint Valentine. Underneath the church is a crypt of Pope Hadrian, who died in the year 795. It's free to walk around the church, but they do ask for a small donation to enter the crypt. So stopping by this church and seeing the Mouth of Truth wasn't even something that was on our list. It was just something that we kind of stumbled across. But definitely recommend. That was really cool, and the fact that we were able to go underground and actually see some crypts was also really cool.
Yeah.
It's free admission, though they do ask for donation, so it's super cheap. Definitely come check this out.
In case you're wondering, I lost 2 fingers. No, I'm just kidding. I have all my fingers.
So we are currently standing in front of the Circus Maximus, which is Latin for the largest circus. This open green space, which is fenced off at the moment for some renovations. But this green space was built on the grounds of the first and largest of the Roman Empire stadiums. There used to be a stadium here that would hold over 200,000 people, and they would hold...
I see a parrot. You see him? Hello! You see him in the tree? He's in the center of this.
All right, so we are standing in front of what is known as the Circus Maximus. The stadium that was here could hold over 200,000 people, and on the track below is where they would hold the chariot races. You can pay to go in and walk around the ruins a bit, but unfortunately we didn't have time. But it was amazing to see these buildings and imagine how crazy it would have been with 200,000 people cheering on the races.
All right, we have our first view of the Colosseum.
It's pretty cool.
So we are going to go inside the Colosseum, but first we gotta find some lunch.
For lunch, we went to Hosteria El Gladiator, and the pizza did not disappoint.
So we are currently in front of the ruins of Emperor Nero's 3-story villa that he used to live in. Emperor Nero lived from the year 36 to 67, died at 30 years old. He was responsible for burning down part of Rome and killing tons of Christians, and was eventually declared an enemy of Rome. He then fled and committed suicide.
So this is where they used to bathe. So this is a giant bathhouse. I think I'd probably take a bath here myself. I'd go for one right now.
And right next to the ruins of Nero's villa, we have actually stumbled across a inline skate competition. I was really hoping there was gonna be skateboarding, but it's looking like it's all rollerblades.
Next thing we did was meet up with our tour group to finally go see the Colosseum. We started with a tour of the Roman Forum, which is nearly 5 acres of land that surrounds the Colosseum. It is filled with some of the oldest and most important monuments and artifacts of the ancient city of Rome.
For centuries, the Forum was the center of day-to-day life in Rome, from speeches and elections to criminal trials and gladiator matches. It was called the most celebrated meeting place in the world. The Forum was truly the heart of Rome.
So this is the largest amphitheater in the world that is still standing. When it was running, it held over 80,000 people, first class people on the first floor, second class, and then of course all the poor people up on the top. That's us.
So they did the gladiator games here for 500 years, and they ended up shutting it down, of course, due to money. So we booked a tour today through Walks of Italy. Our tour guide was Gigi. He was absolutely fantastic. A knowledgeable archaeologist. I highly recommend using them. They were fantastic guys. And I also booked the arena floor tour just so we could get down there and take a good look, and God, it was worth it. Pay the money. It was such a cool view.
At arena tour floor, you're not actually allowed on that stage.
Yep.
So book the tour.
Absolutely. It was definitely worth the money. This building was built for Italy's first king and the veterans of the First World War. just what everyone needs at 10 o'clock at night. It's good. Tastes like black coffee on a stick. Oh yeah.
Okay guys, for the second night in a row, we are ending our day with gelato in front of the Pantheon. Not a bad way to end the night. Thanks a lot for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you when we get to Napoli. Bye.
It's raining in Rome, and we finally got a couple domes. I've had too many cappuccinos today. I got a hair in my eye. I haven't had coffee yet, FYI. This is serious.
You seriously got up with it?
Yeah.
Was that your gladiator or what?